You are at Lake Rant, where I rant about whatever my $10 a month plus patrons want me to rant about. You can get one of these by being one of those. This one's for Appalled, who says, rant about anime you like that are lesser known and unique visually, not just generic anime style art. Well, I feel like I would have talked about most shows that I like that have unique visuals, but the first thing that came to mind, which I've only seen the first episode of, is Windy Tales, which has a super weird art style. It's essentially a high school kind of slice of life drama, at least from what I could get out of the first episode. But I don't really know what it's about long term. But it has a very distinct look and feel that is not quite like anything else. I guess I'll just scroll through my fucking list here. 1001 Nights, which is a short film by Yoshitaka Amano that is just like an artsy, beautiful, fucking painted animation. Let's see here. I mean, there's tons and tons of stuff I could give as examples. I'm literally just scrolling through my alphabetical mal. I guess we should sort this by score, so we guarantee we're finding things that I actually like. But let's see here. Ooh, Cat Soup, very interesting OVA with a sort of haunting and surreal art style. The short films Neo Tokyo, short film compilations Neo Tokyo and Memories, both are, you know, three different shorts by three different directors and artists, all of which have very unique aesthetics. I mean, really, there's countless anime that have unique looks. It's just a matter of, you know, actually looking for them, which I guess is what you're getting me to do for you right now. So let's just keep going. Ping Pong. I think I've said enough about Ping Pong. You probably are aware of it. I don't even know if it qualifies as lesser known in this context, but yeah, I mean, really anything by Masaaki Yuasa has a pretty fucking unique art style. So you pretty much can't go wrong. Everything he's done is good, at least, or at least interesting. I don't think he's made anything terrible. Let's see here. See, because there's some stuff that like I look at and I think like Unico. Okay, well like that's cutesy animal characters. That's not the typical anime look, but there's tons of shows with cutesy animal characters. So like, you know, there might be a most typical anime look, but it's not the only typical anime look. Belladonna of Sadness, extremely unique looking film from Osamu Tezuka and his studio. Or like something like, you know, Mad Bull 34, right? Like it looks like anime, but it's got that 80s rugged masculine look that's not really popular anymore. So like, is that outside the typical art style? Ooh, this one, The Old Crocodile, is an 8-minute or 13-minute short film that I thought was really fun, and the guy who made it has made a ton of interesting artistic shorts. If you really want to see anime with unique art styles, you got to stick with short films and like art house stuff, because obviously almost all of those have unique art styles. I think in many cases that's why they exist. Shintaro Kago's animations. We're in the 8s right now. We're in the section of stuff I've given an 8, in case you're wondering how far in we are. I don't know how much this rant was for, but I feel like in order to give you your money's worth, I really have to recommend a fair deal of shows here, right? So, scrolling through some of these things, I'm like, what even was this? Senga Tsubo? Why does this have an 8? The Pot? Is that the one? The Pot from 1925? Why did I give this an 8? I'm sure this was not worth an 8. Whatever. Like, would something like Piano no Mori be considered different from the typical anime style just because it's fucking ugly? Like, would a Gretzko be considered different from normal anime style? Like, this is a difficult question for me. I mean, I think you mostly mean shit that's, like, really out there. You know, Beastars is pretty different, honestly, considering it's furry. Mind Game, that's another Yuasa work, so, you know. Aru Tabubito no Nikki, or The Traveler's Diary, very distinctive artwork that looks like a storybook, and it's a great little short series of short episodes, I should say. 5-star stories. I mean, I just talked about that in my Mecha video, but that has a It's not that it's like non-anime, just that like the aesthetics of it are significantly different from a typical show. Uh, Birth, the OVA, that's another example. Like it's not necessarily anime, but like the aesthetics are extremely distinct. Not necessarily non-anime, I mean to say. Kaiba is probably among US's work the most divergent from typical anime art style. Um, boo. I'm looking for some weird looking shows. Tonkatsu DJ Agetaro. That one had a really unique aesthetic. Another episode of show of short episodes that I thought was quite good. What else we got here? Alright, well, we've made it down past the 7s, so I'm going to skip past all the stuff I've given scores to, because there's obviously going to be some good shit that I haven't given scores to. And if it's below a 7, it's not that it's not worth recommending, but, you know, we might as well stick to stuff that's really going to... I mean, at least that I really liked, you know. I mean, there could be stuff that I gave a 6 you would really love, or that I haven't even watched or completed, or that I dropped. You know, but you asked for things I like, and I would say that a 7 and above qualifies as a thing I like, right? Ooh, there's not a lot of stuff that I'm seeing with really unique art styles. Gankutsuo. I mean, character design-wise, it's not, like, far-flung, but, again, this is one where the look of the show... I guess it's comparable to Sayonara Zetsubo Sensei in that the characters move, but the patterns of their outfits and stuff don't. But Gankutsuo takes that to the farthest possible extreme, and like most Gonzo anime, also features a lot of like different like media styles, lots of CG and weird shit. It can look amazing, and it can look a little shit at times, but it's worth watching. For the parts where it does look amazing. Like, does something like Haibane Renmei or Serial Experiments Lane count here? Like, those look like anime for sure, but, you know, Yoshitoshi Abe's art style is so distinctive. But, I mean, if I was going to count those, I feel like there's a lot of shows I could have counted. I don't think anime is as uniform as most people tend to think. I think that most shows have fairly distinctive styles. Like, you know, the stuff I've been recommending is largely things that are, like, massively divergent. Unless otherwise stated. What else is in here? Angel's Egg. Definitely, that's another Yoshitaka Amano designed thing, and it is absolutely beautiful, deeply contemplative. If you do watch it and you don't understand it, I recommend watching Best Guy Ever's video about it. He did a great job of breaking down the themes. It definitely gave me more appreciation for the film. I would love to rewatch it, having consumed that video. Pretty much anything that Studio 4C has like ever done, particularly any of their shorts, they've made tons of weird OVAs and movies and music videos. Like I was looking at Eternal Family, Digital Juice, like, you know, I don't love all of Studio 4C's weird shit, but most of it is interesting enough to be worth watching just for the sake of seeing it and being like, wow, what the fuck was that about? What else have we got? Oh boy, might as well go over 10 minutes so I can fucking put those end roll ads on this video, dog. I just keep seeing Studio 4C shorts as I go down, and I'm like, oh, I can name any of these, but really just go look up Studio 4C. Noiseman Sound Insect. That's a good place to start with Studio 4C. It's a 15-minute short film. I consider it to be like a Disney action adventure movie condensed into 15 minutes and with a much more interesting art style. Deno Coil had a pretty distinct look, I guess. I mean, again, that one's more typical anime. Robot Carnival, that's a collection of short films that are all pretty unique, not unlike Memories. Mononoke. Holy fuck. If you just want awesome aesthetics, actually anything directed by Kenji Nakamura as well. He is very similar to Masaki Yuasa and he I think was originally an understudy of him, or at least he worked with him on Kemono Zume, and I thought they were together more than once. Well, the first thing he directed was an episode of Kemono Zume, anyways. But he directed Kuchu Buranko, which I absolutely love, Mononoke, which I absolutely love, Tsuritama, which is fun, and Gatchaman Crowds, which I like, and See, The Money and Soul, and Possibility Control. Just generally, his work always has distinct visuals and is usually pretty fucking enjoyable, I gotta say. 1919, which while it looks like a typical anime, art style wise is like edited like a music video essentially at a lot of parts. So it definitely feels pretty unique. Detroit Metal City, as a comedy show, has a very unique art style. And really, there's a lot of gag comedy that have this like deliberately bad art kind of thing going on that is often very funny. I would even argue that Goku Dolls kind of has that effect. But yeah, stuff like that is worth checking out. And alright, I'm bored of doing this now, so there you go.